You know how we read in the press about Lambasinghi? The reporters give a gushing account of how beautiful it is, about the low temperature and the spectacular scenery. Those are all true, but there is a dark side to Lambasinghi. The tons of plastics and bottles left behind by so-called visiting tourists. Every field is littered with it. One morning, quite early, I saw a van full of youngsters. They were parked in a local farmer's field. Every square foot of the field was already covered with plastic. I asked one of them if he enjoyed his stay there. He said it was wonderful. Then he chucked a bunch of plastic wrappers, plates and bottles out of his van into the field, which was already full of rubbish. I have been going here to Lambasinghi for several decades. It was a pristine, charming village. Over the last decade or so, it has been getting worse every year. Not only those we call tourists guilty of hyper-littering the area, but the Thursday weekly Santa results in a massive amount of plastic littering. It appears that every merchant who comes and sells there just leaves the wrappers there. In fact, you might find wrappers lying there for years on end. I reckon that we will need some heavy machinery to remove the amount of plastic that is lying there. In February 2018, social workers, with the help of former ITDA project officer, did a cleanup of Lambasinghi. But the quantum of rubbish removed was only around, say, 20% of what had accumulated there over the years. Now when you visit Lambasinghi, you will see that several entrepreneurs are setting up camping sites and renting out tents. Trees are cut, shrubs cleared, pathways are bulldozed. They have made zero arrangements for waste disposal. And the authorities do not exert any control at all. The locals are fed up. A few treat the arrival of tourists as an opportunity to make a little money during the season. But the majority are vexed by the invading city folk, who park everywhere, defecate and urinate on the roadside, drink all night, get into drunken brawls, make loud noise, play loud music. And when these tourists go, they leave behind a whole lot of plastic and bottles and leftover food on the ground. The impact of these city tourists on local community is huge, especially on the young men and women of the area. The plastic rubbish lies there for years and years as there is no system of clearing the area at all. We just need a mix of involved administration and some can-do attitude to solve this problem. If you have an opinion or an idea, do drop me a line.